Jeremy Sockman here, back with another look at a movie from the old days, when the cars and braziers were as big as boats and the world was 3-strip Technicolor. I'm talking about Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter, a movie with not just a question in the title, but in the plot as well. This one's got a lot more going on than meets the discerning eye, so pour yourself a martini, sit back in your easy chair, and let's stroll down Madison Avenue to the sweet sounds of Georgia Carr. Tony Randall plays Rockwell P. Hunter, madman extraordinaire who's living the big life, writing ads for Stay Put Lipstick, the major account at his firm, LaSalle Jr., Raskin, Pooley, and Crockett. He's desperate to tie the knot with his secretary, Jenny Wells, played by Betsy Drake. But there's a problem. The firm is in danger of losing their biggest account, and then he'd be out of a job. It takes his teenage niece's celebrity obsession, Rita Marlowe, played by squeaky Jayne Mansfield, coming to town to give him the idea to save his job and the firm. If he could get Rita, the biggest star in the world in more ways than one, to endorse Stay Put, he would save the account. Turns out he does his little job a little too well, as Rita, who's desperate to make her old flame jealous, agrees to the deal only if he'll pretend to be her lover doll.
Point one. You want me to sign your crazy lipstick thing, don't you?
Yes. That's how this whole thing started.
All right.
Rockwell is used to living a lie, so he agrees, and the next thing he knows, he's the most famous boy toy on earth, riding a rocket right to the top. Fame, money, and women come his way, but there's one big problem. Rockwell is gay. He's got both feet in the closet, and being the apple of every woman's eye is just too much. He wants out, and not even being made head of the ad agency is enough to change his mind, so desperate for a reprise, he, spoiler alert, tracks down Rita's original man-crush, George Schmidlap, played by old Groucho himself, and sets her up on live television. Then she finally moves on and lets him live his life in peace. He quits the agency and retires to raise chickens. Somewhere he's not going to have to face the fact that he's got some serious issues to deal with.
Remember that psychiatrist I was telling you about?
Yes?
Well, he was right.
Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter is about lying and living a lie. Not only is it a stunning expose of the ad industry, with an opening montage showing just how empty commercials really are, and not only is it a brutal takedown of the ad men that manipulate the public and spend their days drunk and chasing their secretaries, this is 50 years before Mad Men, by the way, but it's also about living a more personal lie as well. Tony Randall's Rock Hunter is clearly homosexual, and while in today's more enlightened times he could be out and proud living his best life, in 1957 that just wasn't the case.
Well, now, how do I have to act when we go out?
He's desperate to land a beard to cover up his fastidious homemaking, expertly dressed, smooth dancing secret self. Jenny fit the bill just fine. She was his employee and wasn't about to expose him for fear of losing her job. But it's only when he's made Rita's lover doll that he realizes just how dangerous a situation he's put himself in. It's one thing to live a lie in private. When you've got all the press and legions of teenage girls after you, it's enough to drive you nutty. He just can't play that part and needs out.
Naturally, when I first heard the news, my first reaction was completely feminine. I was hurt, jealous. Impulsively, I wanted to return your ring.
There are a lot of subtle cues to really drive home the horrible push-pull that he's dealing with. You see, in 1957, you just couldn't come right out and say he was gay. You had to play it more discreet. Those censors were always on the lookout for anything racy. One clue is how little interest he shows in Jayne Mansfield. I mean, yowza! She's one Mount Rushmore of a woman. But there's also more Freudian clues. Like, just look at the way he sucks on that pipe. There are phallic symbols, and then there are phallic symbols.
Yeah. So I couldn't make up my mind whether to inhale or exhale. And that's why my pipe would go out. And he was right. I couldn't keep my pipe lit, and now I'm out.
So in the end, Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter is a movie with a lot to say. Sure, it might seem as ditzy as Jayne Mansfield herself, but don't let appearances fool you. It's about images and selling ideas to people. It's no coincidence that the advertising world is the setting for this story of one man selling an image of being straight to the world. It's supposed to be a hit you over the head with a frying pan obvious metaphor. Well, this is one sock who took that shot to the head and saw the whole thing for what it was. So instead of subjecting yourself to 7 seasons of Mad Men to learn all about living a lie and the falsitude of the advertising world, you could save yourself about 90 hours of your life and just watch this little yarn. I'm all about time-saving techniques, so my name is Jeremy Sockman. I'm giving the powerful story of one man's struggle to come out of the closet in a time that wouldn't allow it, that is Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter, my seal of approval.
Oh, I never thought I'd live to see that.
I know. Kind of gets you here, doesn't it?
It really does. It just makes everything that's happened seem worthwhile.
Don't worry, don't be afraid, have confidence and you got it made.
You got it made, you got it made. You got those charms that you once prayed for. You got it made, you got it made. Mr. Successful, you got it made. When life for you she first began, you envied stars like Gable and Flynn. But now that you are strong and better, you take no backseat for Clark or Errol. When you were young and first start out,